Do you ever feel like something is missing in your relationships? A crucial piece you can't quite name? Have you ever wondered if there's a hidden secret? A deep-seated need that women truly seek from men? One that can forge a connection that is not only lasting but also peaceful and thriving? In today's world, constantly debating independence and equality, a concept is emerging, seemingly countercurrent, yet it holds the key to unlocking genuine understanding and harmony. This is containment, the sense of being held, protected, a safe space that a man creates for a woman. Don't mistake this for control or dependency. On the contrary, this is the power of shelter and nurture, allowing both genders to live authentically and flourish. Could this be the missing piece you've been searching for to elevate your relationships to a new level? Join Shining Mirror-LVB as we uncover the secret and completely transform how you perceive love and connection. The blame game battlefield: why traditional divorce fails us. As a seasoned observer of human behavior and a student of life's profound paradoxes, I often reflect on the inherent shortcomings in society's and legal systems' approach to relationship dissolution. Christine Madoni brilliantly highlights a harsh truth. Our legal system often operates on the premise of fault. You can't simply walk into a courtroom and declare, "I'm done with this marriage, I want out." No, the system demands a villain, someone to blame. You must point fingers, levy accusations, and dissect every perceived misstep to justify your desire for separation. This isn't merely a legal procedure, it's a script written for tragedy. This deeply ingrained blame game isn't just a legal formality, it's a profound and destructive psychological trap. When we're forced to assign blame, we trigger our most primal fight or flight response. Our rational faculties become paralyzed, replaced by a raw surge of emotions, searing anger, festering resentment, overwhelming fear, and a desperate need for self-preservation. In this highly charged state, clear thinking becomes impossible. As Christine so accurately stated, when you're in that state, you can't think straight. This deeply resonates with the psychological principle that intense emotional arousal compromises executive functions, making rational decision-making an enormous challenge. We are forced to win a battle where no one truly emerges victorious. From a psychological perspective, this adversarial process is catastrophic for healing. When one party is compelled to vilify the other, it creates deep, lingering wounds that extend far beyond the courtroom. The permanent records filed in court become a painful monument to a bitter end, accessible to children and future generations, perpetuating a narrative of conflict rather than closure. This isn't just about legal victories, it's about the erosion of human dignity and the poisoning of future interactions, especially when children are involved. My personal take as a life values professional is that this system often prioritizes legal precedent and the precision of fault over human well-being and peace. It fails to acknowledge the nuanced reality that, sometimes, two good people simply grow apart, or a marriage, for reasons beyond individual fault, no longer serves the highest good of either party. The legal framework, in its rigidity, inadvertently pushes individuals into roles of accuser and accused, fostering animosity where mutual respect, however strained, could still exist. It's a stark reminder that while laws provide structure, they don't always align with the complex emotional landscapes of human experience. The true tragedy isn't merely the end of a marriage, but the needless destruction of human connection and the potential for future peace. All due to an antiquated view of fault. Conscious uncoupling, shifting mindsets for awareness and purpose. So, if the traditional path of divorce is fraught with peril, what is the alternative solution championed by Christine Madoni? It is conscious uncoupling, an intentional, proactive process to end a relationship with awareness, respect, and a focus on minimizing harm. It fundamentally differs from a typical breakup, which often implies abrupt, Painful dissolution, a battleground where defenses are erected and blame runs rampant. At its core, conscious uncoupling is about intentionality. It's about stepping back from the emotional chaos and asking, how can we navigate this separation in a way that honors our shared history, protects our children, and preserves each person's well-being? This requires a monumental shift in perspective, especially when pain is raw and the instinct is to lash out. As Christine candidly acknowledges, posing the million-dollar question, "My heart is breaking. How can I be conscious when I'm still hurting?" This is an honest and powerful admission, and her answer is simple yet profound: time and deliberate awareness. From a psychological standpoint, this awareness is the crucial first step to disengaging from unconscious. Default reactive programs, our past experiences, particularly childhood neglect or trauma, can hardwire us with fight, flight, or freeze responses when confronted with stress, when faced with the perceived threat of abandonment or rejection in the context of divorce. We easily revert to these default defensive mechanisms: uncontrolled crying, withdrawing, lashing out, or selfishly withholding custody. Christine emphasizes that conscious uncoupling means actively choosing not to fall into these unconscious patterns. It's about acknowledging the pain, feeling it, but then consciously deciding to act from a higher, more purposeful position, rather than from primal instinct and reactive emotion. This beautifully aligns with the wisdom of the great psychologist Carl Jung, who posited that, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Conscious uncoupling is precisely the powerful act of bringing awareness to our emotional reactions and choosing a different, more constructive path. It's about taking responsibility for our own role, however small, in the breakdown of the relationship, rather than solely blaming the other person. This self-awareness, this willingness to say, "I take responsibility for this small percentage, for my part," is the solid foundation of true healing and moving forward with integrity, self-respect, and a renewed vision. My personal take as a life values professional is that conscious uncoupling embodies the highest principles of personal responsibility and long-term vision. It acknowledges that while a romantic relationship may end, the co-parenting relationship, shared history, and extended family connections often endure. To poison these vital pillars for the sake of short-term emotional retribution is to inflict lasting harm not only on oneself but on children and other loved ones. This approach encourages us to view dissolution not as a singular event that obliterates everything, but as a significant chapter in our life story, a chapter that can still be written with grace, wisdom, and peace. It's about choosing peace over conflict, even when it's the much harder choice, because the dividends of that peace, for oneself, for one's children, and for the future, are invaluable. Protecting the future, children, co-parenting, and shared pillars, in the traditional divorce battlefield, the most heartbreaking, and often ruthlessly overlooked, collateral damage is borne by children. They often become pawns in a bitter war, forced to choose sides, caught in cross-accusations, or witnessing their parents destroy each other. Christine Madoni strongly asserts, as a resonant reminder, the most important thing is for children to see that they haven't lost either parent. This simple statement encapsulates a profound truth that every separating parent must grasp and prioritize. Conscious uncoupling prioritizes the well-being of children above all else. Not just on paper but through practical actions. It encourages parents to jointly present a consistent, age-appropriate narrative to their children, one that maintains respect for both parents. This means not sharing adult details like infidelity or financial disputes. It means conveying a clear, powerful message of continued love and presence from both parents, even if they are no longer a romantic couple. This is a powerful testament to the idea that while the marital status may dissolve, the parental bond remains unbreakable and must be preserved. From a psychological perspective, consistency and a sense of security are paramount for a child's healthy development during separation. When parents commit to effective co-parenting, children are less likely to experience the emotional and psychological distress often associated with divorce. They learn resilience, adaptability, and, most importantly, that love can evolve in different forms and doesn't completely disappear. This approach fosters a sense of stability, allowing children to navigate significant life changes with greater emotional strength and resilience. Image: two hands, representing parents, gently holding a smaller hand, child's hand, symbolizing co-parenting and protection. Beyond children, Christine emphasizes the need to consciously address all other pillars created during the marriage: shared assets, mutual friendships, and extended family relationships on both sides. When a separation turns bitter, these pillars are often mercilessly destroyed. Former in-laws suddenly become enemies, and long-standing, valuable relationships are needlessly severed. Conscious uncoupling, however, seeks to preserve these connections where possible, recognizing their intrinsic value to both parties' lives. You don't divorce your children, she reminds us, and by extension, you don't divorce the entire ecosystem built around your marriage, an ecosystem that has helped shape who you are in your life. My personal take, as an advocate for successful living, is that true success in separation isn't just about individual happiness, but also about the collective well-being of the family unit. However redefined, it's about the legacy you leave, not just in court documents, but in the hearts and minds of your children and those who witnessed your journey. Choosing diplomacy, respect, and compassion, even in the face of immense pain, is an act of profound courage and wisdom. It's an investment in a future where healing is possible, where co-parenting can be collaborative and effective, and where the past, however painful, does not define your present or future. It's about remembering the good that was once seen in each other, and allowing that memory to shape a more respectful separation, rather than letting bitterness obliterate it entirely. Reducing everything to ashes. The healing journey, navigating pain with support and awareness. The raw, bone-deep pain of separation is undeniable. It's not just a feeling, it's an all-encompassing experience that can cripple the mind and body. As Lynn Googie candidly expressed with heart-wrenching honesty, "My heart is breaking. How can I be conscious when I'm still hurting? I'm crying, I'm not eating, I can't even function." This is the stark reality for countless individuals navigating marital dissolution. Christine Madoni validates this common experience, acknowledging that this fight or flight response is prevalent. Our minds, stalled in crisis, often revert to deeply ingrained subconscious programs from childhood, patterns of avoidance, defense, or fear-based attachment. We feel neglected, rejected, and react from a deeply wounded place, repeating old patterns. This is where the concept of awareness becomes a lifeline, a guiding light. Simply knowing that there's another way, a path called conscious uncoupling, can be the very first step toward breaking free from those unconscious, default defensive mechanisms that hold us captive. It's about acknowledging the present pain, feeling it fully, but then consciously choosing not to let it dictate every action and decision. This self-awareness is the bedrock of emotional intelligence, allowing us to observe our powerful impulses without being carried away by them, reclaiming control over our own responses. However, mere awareness is often not enough to navigate a crisis as monumental as divorce. This is where professional support becomes invaluable. Christine Madoni, as a certified divorce coach, emphasizes her role in walking clients through this challenging journey. A coach not only provides psychosocial support but also helps individuals navigate emotional chaos, understand their reactions better, and develop healthier coping mechanisms. This is crucial because, as Christine sagely points out, You cannot heal in an environment that is making you sick and expect to heal. Trying to heal at the scene of the crime, that is. Attempting to recover while still in a dangerous, toxic, or perpetually conflicting environment is a double-edged sword that can cause more profound and lasting harm. This leads us to a crucial distinction: the ideal versus non-ideal scenarios for conscious uncoupling. The ideal scenario. This is when both partners possess a similar level of awareness, are willing to communicate, negotiate constructively, and prioritize mutual respect and the well-being of their children above all else. This might involve difficult and sensitive conversations, even about painful issues like infidelity, but with a shared commitment to a peaceful and equitable resolution. This scenario, while perhaps less common, is the epitome of conscious uncoupling, where mutual respect and a shared goal of peace guide the entire process. The non-ideal scenario. This involves situations with narcissists, abusers, emotional, physical, financial, or physical violence where communication is impossible or dangerous. In such cases, Christine's advice is clear and unequivocal: just leave. Safety, both for the individual and for children, is paramount and non-negotiable. There is no conscious uncoupling with an abuser in the traditional sense. The conscious choice is to remove oneself from danger immediately and then seek professional support to heal from the trauma. This is a powerful, non-negotiable truth, and the clear limit of conscious uncoupling. My perspective as a psychologist and mental wellness advocate is that recognizing when a situation is non-ideal is an act of profound self-love and courage. It's understanding that while conscious uncoupling promotes harmony and amicable resolution, it never advocates for self-sacrifice in the face of genuine danger. True healing begins once safety is established. It's a testament to human resilience that even after escaping such toxic circumstances, individuals can still choose a path of dignity in their legal and social interactions. As Christine suggests, by being diplomatic in court documents and seeking attorneys who prioritize civil resolution over acrimony and confrontation. This isn't about naivety or weakness. It's about strategizing to protect one's future peace and build a new life from the fragments. The architect of your future, choosing your path and your allies. The post-separation journey, whether conscious or not, is a profound test of character. It forces us to confront our deepest fears, ingrained patterns, and our resilience. Christine Modoni's insights extend to the practicalities of this journey, particularly the critical role of legal representation. She emphasizes a crucial point: lawyers have a duty to the court, often operating within a fault-based system that necessitates blame. This can lead to aggressive legal strategies, which, while seemingly legitimate, are emotionally damaging. The language used in court documents can inflict permanent wounds, poison future co-parenting relationships, and leave a bitter legacy. Christine encourages individuals to choose their attorneys wisely, seeking those who understand and respect the desire for a civil, diplomatic process, rather than weaponizing the legal system against their soon-to-be ex-spouse. This resonates deeply with the concept of integrity, aligning your actions with your values. Even in challenging circumstances, as a professional focused on life values, I believe that the choice of legal counsel is a reflection of one's commitment to conscious uncoupling. An attorney who can guide you through the legal requirements while maintaining a diplomatic tone in filings. One who understands the long-term implications of acrimony is an invaluable ally. They help you navigate the system without compromising your integrity or the potential for future healing. Christine's personal experience as both an attorney and a divorce coach gives her a unique and profound perspective on the highly emotional nature of family law. She understands that clients often act from a place of deep emotional pain, sometimes driven by their inner child, their past wounds and reactions. A truly effective professional, whether a lawyer or a coach, doesn't just provide legal or practical advice, they offer psychosocial support, helping clients understand that their intense emotions are normal, but the divorce process itself is a temporary phase with a life beyond it. Ultimately, conscious uncoupling is about empowerment. It's about recognizing that even when a romantic relationship ends, you retain the power to choose how that ending unfolds. It's about taking responsibility for your own emotional landscape, seeking support when needed, and making intentional decisions that serve your highest good and the well-being of your children. As Christine beautifully concludes, remember, it was your choice. You chose this man, this woman. There was something good that you saw in them, and that doesn't automatically disappear. It's just been covered by the terrible, awful season that you're in. This powerful reminder encourages us to look beyond the immediate pain and recall the inherent worth, the good that once bound us, allowing that memory to shape a more dignified and respectful separation, rather than letting bitterness erase it entirely. That is, in essence, becoming the architect of your own peaceful and integral future. The post-separation journey is undeniably difficult. It is one of life's most challenging passages. As timeless wisdom reminds us, living is hard, and staying is hard. You just have to choose your hard. Conscious uncoupling is choosing a different kind of hard, the difficulty of self-awareness, emotional regulation, and intentional action. It is choosing the path of dignity over destruction, healing over bitterness, and a peaceful future over prolonged conflict. This approach is not about denying pain, it's about processing it constructively and healthfully. It's not about overlooking fault or the wounds inflicted. It's about transcending blame to focus on practical solutions and moving forward. It's about understanding that while the romantic chapter of a relationship may close, your life story, your role as a parent, and your potential for happiness continue robustly. By embracing conscious uncoupling, you become the architect of your own peace and well-being, preserving your integrity and protecting the emotional well-being of your children from unnecessary harm. As a writer, I see this as a story of profound transformation, from pain to growth. As a student of psychology, I recognize the deep healing this approach offers to the soul. As a life values professional, I believe it embodies the highest principles of human dignity and the path to lasting prosperity, both material and spiritual. And as your guide on Shining Mirror-LVB, I invite you to step into this awareness, choose your hard wisely, and begin writing a new, more hopeful, free, and peaceful chapter of your life. What are your thoughts on conscious uncoupling? Have you experienced the difference between a bitter breakup and a more intentional, respectful separation in your own life? Please share your insights, questions, and stories in the comments below. Your personal experiences are invaluable. They enrich our collective understanding and empower others on their journey. If this video has illuminated a new path for you, please like it to help us reach more people. Share it with anyone who might benefit from this message of hope and healing. And most importantly, subscribe to the Shining Mirror-LVB channel and turn on notifications to not miss out on more profound conversations that help you navigate life's complexities with wisdom and grace. Let's together build a future where every ending can be a conscious and meaningful new beginning.